Big Daddy Jerry Cadorette is making his comeback. He hasn't pulled in 2.5 years, and boy, is he coming back and challenging himself. He is going against one of the top in the world, and that is Genadi. Do you think he's taking on a little too much too quick, or you think that Jerry's got this and he could handle this?
Well, again, firstly, this is everybody knows, Jerry knows, Genadi knows. This is the match that I made for WL pre-pandemic. So this was supposed to happen in the World Arm Wrestling League. It was Jerry and Genadi's match. It was set. Both guys were in, and then COVID destroys our lives. You know? So it is what it is, but we're getting to see that match. I have always, for obvious reasons, I've always loved this match. I love Genadi Kvikvinia. I think he's one of the most exciting arm wrestlers on earth. And he has been for a lot of years. This is a guy that's got that X factor. He's just an entertaining individual. He's pulling a guy in Jerry Cadorette who is, his entire career is built on being the weirdo. He's the guy that's got that, you know, he's not even a move. He's that guy, isn't he? He doesn't, all the stuff that matters to arm wrestlers don't matter to Jerry. You know, carrying concrete forms around with his wrist back for years when he was a kid developed him into a strange weirdo. I am one of the biggest fans of both these men breathing. You couldn't have picked two guys that I'm more invested in, really, from the sort of outside my super close personal friends. You couldn't have picked two guys that I'm more emotionally invested in. I couldn't give a shit who wins. I love both these lads. I would love to see, what I would love to see is, I'd love to see Jerry get something out of this match. And just one more time, prove to this new crop of fans who Jerry Cadorette is. Because let me tell you, all you new guys that are watching, welcome to the sport of arm wrestling. You are about to see one of our very best arm wrestlers go to work. Regardless of what happens in Istanbul, this man is incredible. He is the best at what he does. And he is a unicorn. He's completely unique. Nobody emulates. If you were how could you bring in, let's say you're Genadi Kvikvinia, okay? And you're putting together your training camp. And you're saying, okay, we need to bring a guy in that's going to do what this guy does. Who that? You going to bring? I mean, people have said, oh, Lars Robakan. I love Lars, but Lars ain't no Jerry Cadorette. You know, Jerry Cadorette is a unicorn. Nobody does what that guy does like that. And I would love Jerry to get something in this match. My perfect outcome, they tie 3-3. They both get on the phone and they're like, Neil, let's go again in Arm Wars. And I'm like, yeah, let's go again. Jerry Cadorette's been on the phone, said he wants to come pull Arm Wars anyway. If I was taking a pick of his opening match, guess who it would have been? So, yeah, roll on. What a match. Engin, awesome. Let's go. Can't wait.
And you know what's exciting is we know who is next up for the winner. So whoever wins this title match is going to be going against Hermes Gasparini. And yeah, that is interesting, bro. So let's just size that up. We got to say Jerry gets the win that day. What do you think of Jerry versus Hermes match? How does that pan out?
I actually think in some respects, Hermes is even more dangerous than Genadi just because of that unbelievable explosivity. He is so blisteringly quick. And that gives the opportunity to finish the match early. So it's likely to be, either way, less entertaining, I would imagine, than Jerry and Genadi. Hermes is not as versatile as Genadi. He needs to put that thing away, but he might do. Now, if Jerry gets what Jerry needs, I also think he'll put Hermes away. If Jerry can connect the shoulder and get onto the A side, he beats Hermes pretty good. I do expect Hermes to initiate. I do expect Hermes to get something out of that match. I do think he'll make Jerry work. I just think the individual rounds might be whoever gets what they want wins. I also think there's a danger for Hermes if he was to hit but unable to finish, that he would have the same endurance that Jerry would. because one of Jerry's real calling cards is his endurance is vastly underrated. He's made his track record. I was saying to the new guys, if you haven't caught, go out, do some research on YouTube and watch the best of Jerry Cadorette. You'll see this guy tangling and tying up in beautiful death wars. Guys like John Brzenk, Michael Todd, Devin Lara, incredible pullers, one after the other. And it's a very, very rare day that Jerry Cadorette, in good shape, walks into a building and either loses or doesn't leave with every man in the room having a very clear, lasting impression of just how good that big ginger bastard is. Because let me tell you right now, the Ginger Dread man is a beast. He's an absolute serial killer. I love him. He's ace. And he deserves so much more respect than he has. Jerry Cadorette's one of the chosen ones.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of the new arm wrestlers, all the newbies out there, they just came in the last 2 years during COVID time. And a lot of them don't know Jerry Cadorette, because he hasn't been active for 2.5 years. So a lot of these guys, I hear them talking and you're like, they're counting Jerry out right away. Then you hear a whole other camp and you're saying like, Jerry's dodging Chance Shaw and, Chance Shaw would have something for Jerry. I just want to express, you guys are forgetting Jerry's 35 years in this sport. This man is a legend. There is levels to this sport. So you guys should not count out somebody that's been doing this for 35 years at the top level of this sport. And I think he's going to remind everybody that of August 6th.
And he's unrattleable. He doesn't get rattled. You might crack Jerry and you think, oh yeah, this is going great. And then no, it ain't going that good. I mean, I had personal experience of that in Tahoe. Can't remember when the hell that was, but obviously a lot smaller than Jerry. But I was wicked quick at the time. Got a great hit on Jerry. We were pulling in an open class. First start, I'm still gonna say, I pinned your ass, you big ginger bastard. Referee, for whatever reason, missed it. I'm celebrating. I'm remonstrating with Dave Hicks. I'm like, that was a pin all day. And anyway, for whatever reason, Jerry must have paid Dave Hicks's ass, and he didn't give that pull. So we go again, and we slip and go to straps. And as soon as we go to the strap, which I loved, incidentally, I would love to pull the strap. I was happy as hell. I was like, yeah, straps. What a dick. Jerry looked over at me, and he's like, what's coming. We go in the strap. Jerry doesn't give a toss about his hand and wrist. So he gives you the hand and wrist. I'm going, boom! You get sort of into your pull and you think, oh, I'm good. In comes that shoulder. Oh, my God. It felt like somebody drove a train over my arm. The only guy that's felt like that to me, where you get a little bit of purchase on his wrist and then literally a house falls on your arm, was Pushka.
Wow.
Very similar feeling with those two guys. You'd get, they weren't really giving a about the start. So you'd get a little bit of purchase and then boom, oh my God. And it was like a painful experience. Like
surprise, 330 pounds coming down on your wrist instantly. Hello.
Yeah. And then as it is the part, I'm like, I go, bastard. And Jerry just come up, looks like, I'm like, oh, I fucking hate that guy.
It's the angle. It's nobody's used to the angle he's coming at you. There's nobody like it. So you don't even expect it coming, just like you said, you take his hand.
Oh, mate, he comes at you. He's pinning you here. He's pinning at the corner of your pad. It's such an awkward, it's beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, it's an amazing technique. And he's got it down so good. He's another guy. He is another, I was talking about Todd. I'd love to go get locked in a room. Say me and Jerry get locked up. Me and Jerry Cadorette are going to prison. We got a month in prison for riding our bikes without lights, right? And they say, okay, you big, ugly ginger bastard and you fat knacker, you both busted. Get some lights on those fucking bikes. And we're going to throw you in the nick for a month. Yeah. But we will give you an arm wrestling table. I would not be too down. I'd be like, this could work. Get that arm wrestling table out and just go through all Jerry's gig top to bottom. Let's learn that one. Just understand it, break it down. Ace. What an hombre.
Bro, I was out his house this past weekend, and I got to get all the behind the scenes content of him training and getting ready for all his big match. And dude, it's just insane the stuff he does in the gym as well. It's not just on the table, bro. He just jumps right on the bench, and he has 225 on there, and he just busts out 51 times like it's not. He's like, yeah, but was that sloppy? I'm just looking at him like, bro, that is just amazing. Holy shit.
Yeah,
and see him. He jumps up on the pull-up bar, bro, and he's doing like static holds, and he's busting out 20, 25. And you're like, when have you ever seen a 330-pound man move like this? It was just so impressive. It was awe-inspiring. It was definitely crazy.
Chosen one, mate. He's one of the chosen ones. He's a unicorn. And these guys are fascinating. It's funny. People, I mean, even in this stuff that's going on now, the whole guys getting the newcomers in the sport sort of misunderstanding things, and they'll say, oh, Neil wants arm wrestling to be like WWE. And I'm like, shut the fuck up, dude. Like, you have no idea what you're talking about. I don't even like the WWE. I'm not a fan of you don't need WWE in arm wrestling. Arm wrestling's got more drama than WWE, and it's real. We've got Jerry Cadorette. We don't need that. We've got guys that are just that. Is this guy? He's a weirdo. That you just get into that guy's head, watch him arm wrestle because it's going to be an entertaining match, and then listen to him tell you the story of that. That'll do. He doesn't need to act. He doesn't need to beg. He doesn't need to do anything. Just do Jerry. Love him.
That's it. I totally agree with that, bro. We got so many characters in this sport and just so many interesting people. Just let them tell their story and let's see what they could do on the table. And that's going to bring in so many eyes. I really do.